still working with mental strategies, and this is just the latest one that we're learning. To be successful today, hopefully you can, or you do understand splitting by factors, you use splitting by factors, you're able to explain what splitting by factors is, and you can demonstrate your understanding of splitting factors with your work that you submit. Get another number. So here you've got example of that is if our number is 12, there's different factors we can get from that. So we've got 2 times 6 is 12, so 2 and 6 are factors. 3 and 4, because 3 times 4 is 12, so 3 and 4 are factors. And 1 times 12 is 12, so 1 and 12 are factors. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12 are all factors of 12. Now, sometimes people get mucked up or get confused between what's a factor and what's a multiple. Obviously, multiples multiply, so the numbers are going to get bigger. Okay, factors fit. Factors fit inside the number. So what factors fit inside 12? The factors that fit inside 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. Hopefully that little thing helps. If you have the goal of factors and multiples, make sure you really work hard to get that one done, because obviously the better you understand what factors are, the easier it is to use this strategy. Okay, so we're going to work with a simpler problem to start off with to introduce you to what splitting by factors are. So starting with 4 times 6. Okay, what are 2 factors of 6? Well, 2 factors of 6 are 2 and 3. So if we do 4 times 2, that's 8. And then 8 times 3 is 24. Now, we can show that to you visually just by showing, well, what's 4 of 2? So I've got 2 rows of 4 there. Okay, so that's 8 altogether. And then if I make 8 3 times, well, that's 24 altogether. Okay, so there it is visually. But obviously the 2 factors part's the important bit at the very start, which is what we're focusing on today. Okay, here's another simple one. Obviously it's going to give us the same answer, but 3 times 8, what does it give? Well, there I'm going to look at the 8 and find what are the factors inside 8. So that's 2 and 4. So 3 times 2 is 6, and 6 times 4 is 24. That is what we should be seeing in your book. But over here, I'll show you the visualization of that. So if I have 1 row of 3, two row of 3s, so there's 3 in 2 rows, that gives me 6. And then if I do 6, 4 groups, or 4 groups of 6, I've got 1 group of 6 in the black, 1 group of 6 in the purple, 1 group of 6 in the red, and 1 group of 6 in the very light green. So it gives me 24 altogether. Okay, so here's another example here, but now we'll start working with bigger numbers. So 37 times 18. 18 is the number I'm going to try and find factors for. Much easier to find than 37 because there's not many for 37, but the factors for 18, 2 and 9. 37 times 2. I can either use a couple of different strategies here, but I'm going to use the place value strategy that we learned back on, I think it was Thursday. So 30 times 2 is 60, 7 times 2 is 14, 60 and 14, adding them together is 74. Then I need to times it by my other factor, so 74 times 9. Again, I'm going to use the place value strategy. 70 times 9, well I know that 7 times 9 is 63, but it's really a tens number, so it's 7 tens. So 70 times 9 will be 630. And then 4 times 9 is 36. Add them both together, gives me 666. Okay, so here's another double digit one. So 51 times 40. 40 is the number that I'm going to look for the factors within. Okay, 4 and 10 are the 2 factors I'm going to work with. Obviously there could be others, but they're the 2 I'm going to focus in on. So 51 times 4, again, I'm going to use the place value method again. I could use the estimate and compensate as well for this one, but 50 times 4 is 200, 4 times 1 is 4, 204. Okay, and then I need to do 204 times 10. Notice that's one of the reasons why I use 4 and 10, because I know that those numbers are going to be easier multiplications to do in my head. So 204 times 10 gives me 2040. Okay, here's another example. We've got 9 times 25. Two factors of 25 that I'm going to work with are 5 and 5. So 9 times 5 is going to be 45. And then 45 times 5. Again, I could use a couple of different strategies here, but I'm going to use the place value because that's the one that I like the most to do mentally. So 40 times 5 is 200. Then 5 times 5 is 25. Add the two together, 225. Okay, then the last example we'll do for today is 3 times 44. Okay, again, I'll look for the two factors within 44. I'll use 4 and 11 because they're pretty simple multiplications to do in my head. So 3 times 4 is 12, and then 12 times 11 will give me 132. All right, I hope that's all helping and making a bit more sense to you. Good luck with the rest of the work. Okay, so here are your questions for the task. Again, on the next thing that you'll see, so you can pause it here, but on the next thing you'll see, you will see the answers. So again, what we want to see in your work is the working out of it. Okay, what are the two factors you split by? Okay, and then what's the strategy that you're using in addition to actually working it out? It could be just mentally, but if you're going to use place value, we want to see the place value. If you're going to use estimate and compensate, we want to see that. Okay, all right, good luck. Okay, here are the answers. Hopefully you've worked them out correctly. If not, go back and see where the mistake is that you've made. Okay, when you submit your answers, hopefully we can see both the mistake that you made and then the correction that you made to get it correct. Okay, we're not just after the answers, we want to see the strategies and the thinking methods involved. All right, well done, guys. See you tomorrow.